Hello everybody, it's Will B from Will B Gaming. This is a tutorial on how to use the basics of Blender. If you don't know what Blender is a CG animation software. It is a lot of fun after you get to understand it. Now, what you're seeing in default setting right here is what you will come into Blender as soon as you download it. Go to blender.com and follow the steps on downloading. I might later upload a video on how to do that. So here we go. So this is what you get when you first come into Blender. You get what they call the splash screen. This right here just tells you on a few things here, right? My recent history, links, and downloads, that kind of thing. So just click off on the side there. I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to tell you that in Blender, the default select is right click. All you have to do is go to user preference to change it, go into input and change it from the right here to the left. Okay, this is select with. That is what you're looking for. Okay, first things first, what are you looking at? You're looking at a grid basically. Okay, you're looking at objects. That's the best way to explain it so far. How you move around in Blender is if you'll push your middle mouse button, you can move left and right, up and down. Okay. If you push shift on your keyboard and middle mouse button, you can see that I can pan left, right, up and down. But I get a 3D look by doing it this way. So if you want to be able to move in and out, you can just push control, middle mouse button will let you go in and out with your line of sight. Let me start off explaining to you what this is. This right here is a cube, obviously. You're like, duh. But it's referred to as a mesh, okay? Your mesh is your object. Think that way. This is an object, this is an object, and this is an object. So what can you do with an object? Well, I mean, in Blender, it's limitless. You can do pretty much anything your skill level will allow you to do in Blender. And I say that I say that with some joking in my throat because it's not easy at first and you're not going to know a lot to do with it. So these videos are to help you understand what you're doing. So let's just say you don't want this cube. How do you delete the cube? That's a great question. So if you push X, you'll have this little menu pop up, okay? And you can push delete, which will delete the cube. Now you're like, okay, well then you just took away everything. So how do I bring something back? So if you'll go in Shift A, you'll bring up another little menu, and it'll say it's an add menu, add a mesh menu. So you can mesh, you can add a curve, and there's different types of curves. There's different categories for this add menu. If you add the mesh, you'll see you can add a plane, a cube, a circle, a UV sphere, an icosphere, cylinder, cone, torus, a grid, and a monkey. Okay, you can do pretty much anything. So let's add a plane. Let's just add something like a floor. How about that? You're like, okay, well it doesn't look like a floor. So how do you make it look like a floor? Well, you can go scale by pushing S on your keyboard and then typing, let's go 5 times, pushing 5 and then enter will make it 5 times bigger. If I pushed scale and then 10, it'd be 10 times bigger. You'd be like, well, that is entirely too big. Well, you can't see anything. What the hell? I mean, you don't want to scroll all the way back out, right? How do you get rid of a mistake without having to start all over? Well, that is very easy too. I wish somebody would have told me this from the beginning without having to start over and over again. Just push Control Z. And Control Z will take you back to the last step. Okay? Or you can go to history and go undo right there. See what I'm saying? The Control Z is a shortcut. Now what you're going to need to learn in Blender is there is a lot of shortcuts, and I've been using this software for less than a year, probably about like 6 months, 7 months, and I don't know even a quarter of them. I mean, there's so many of them. So they make your life a lot easier if you can remember them, but they're not necessarily, because I'm going to tell you right now, anything that you can do in Shortcut, there is a face or a menu to go to. See what I'm saying? These over here. I mean, you can go to a menu and select or push whatever you can do with a shortcut. Okay? From what I understand so far. Now, mind you, I am not an expert at Blender, and I'm going to tell you right now how I started with Blender was very simple. I went to YouTube and I watched videos. It was as simple as that. I went and I would suggest myself or CG Cookie, or excuse me, Blender Cookie, CG Geek, Blender Guru. Blender Guru, he's an exceptional modeler. He's an exceptional Blender user, and I'm gonna tell you something. He's very fast paced, and he's very well knowledge of how to use this program. And at times it can be very hard to follow him, but if you could master him, then I've learned something well, and that's who I've kind of went, did his videos. And just what I did was a simple, just follow right along with what he was doing, just doing exactly what he was doing, and it helped me. So I just came in here and I can do these results and show you these results. Like this is my Sithbot that I made just for the fun of it, okay? I mean, and then here's R2-D2 with truck legs, or truck feet, excuse me. Just funsy stuff, I mean, it don't have to be serious. The reason you learn how to do these things just by, trying. I mean, it's common sense. Here's a little video that I did. I mean, not hard. Animation's not hard in Blender. Yeah. So yeah, let's get started with this. Let's go scale this. We're going to go 5 times, okay? And if I wanted to, I can tab that. Pushing tab on the keyboard. I apologize for going too fast there. And then push A and D selecting and coming down here and grabbing a face. And then I can extrude this to make this a big box. If I don't like that, it's an easy Command Z, right? There's all kinds of things you can do with this. It's really on what your skill level and what you're willing to do and sit down with. So, I did a video earlier today that I didn't like. I put it on YouTube. I'm going to take it off. This is the video that I want to present to you guys. I would think that people that don't know something in the very beginning, they're thirsty to want to know. That's why you're actually watching. It's because you want to watch this kind of thing. So, basically, you just have to give trial and error in this software. I mean, there's Maya's out there. There's a couple more I can't think of off the top of my head. But what's very important is that you have to just make the first step. Okay, follow somebody. I would be more than happy for people to ask me questions and follow my videos and learn how to use this wonderful program. And I think it's an awesome program. So most people kind of, I don't know if people don't like it, but there's all kinds of things you can do in this program. It's limitless. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can use this in any applications. If you are a producer, you can produce videos, stills. If you're just a person that wants to make a short video for a friend, let's just say you have a friend that's feeling bad. You can model something great. Put a movie together. Use the simple. What I use Windows Movie Maker. Just throw it together. Throw it on YouTube. Hey, tell them I made a video for you on YouTube. Go check it out. Brighten their day up. Whatever the situation may be. So, yeah, that's a good start for this video. And I want you guys to know that I would be more than honored to answer your questions and the best I can. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I have been using the program for probably about 7 or 8 months now. There's a few things that I understand and a few things that I don't, and the ones I don't we'll learn together on. So I'll show you my process. I'll show you everything that I have in knowledge in this program so far. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you liked it, share it with your friends, man. You get a bunch of friends together and y'all can just, like for people in school, you could do this like, little video awards or whatever, something cool like that. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.